Hello and welcome disc golf fans to European Pro Tour stop number 4. We are on site at Korvemaa disc golf course and we're here with the TD Tarmo. How are we doing today, Tarmo?
We're doing fine, thank you, Nathan. How are you?
It's good to see you. I'd love to learn a little bit about you and how you became the TD of one of the largest events in Estonia.
Yeah, well, I've been playing disc golf for about 9 years now and been doing it kind of like semi-professional for the last 7 years, and yeah, introduced by a friend, and that led to it. I mean, it's like with everybody, if you throw one once, then you throw it twice and further. Yeah, and I've been with Prodigy Disc from 2017 when I was asked to be the captain of Street Team Estonia. Back then it was Street Team Baltics, but then it was divided into countries. And yeah, been the captain of Street Team Estonia ever since, and also a team player for the European team. So, and me and Morten Rottmeister, a good friend of mine, and he's been the TD for this event for the couple of previous years, but now I've taken the bigger role, and he's the co-assistant TD for this year.
Yeah. So the Estonian Open has been a large event here for many years. I believe the last Estonian Open, 2019.
Yeah, that was the last one, yeah.
This is the first time that the Estonian Open is on the European Pro Tour. Yes. How did that relationship come about, and what are some of the long-term goals that you have by joining up with the EPT?
Well, we were asked pretty early when the tour idea came about. I was approached by the Prodigy guys Prodigy Europe guys from EPT, and they say that he has his new big tour in mind with cooperation with the National Born Disc Golf, and this new tour, we've been a part of Euro Tour for, I don't know, let's say 5-6 years. First Estonian Open was 2013, so, and I think back then there was no Euro Tour. It was part of, I can't remember what tour back then, but it's been a part of Euro Tour since 2015. And then now European Pro Tour. I think this is the new way of doing things. It's very similar to the Disc Golf Pro Tour in the States. I think the standards are pretty similar, and I mean, Estonian Open has always been one of the highlights of Estonian disc golf. We've had many of great US players. I mean, you, Nate, Eagle, Macbeth, Paul Macbeth, Wysocki. I mean,
James Conrad, Kevin Jones,
everybody. I mean, and they've always loved to coming here. Unfortunately, this year they're not here, but I mean, the long-term goal is to be the biggest event maybe in Europe. Let's see.
So this is the first year that Korvemaa is going to have live coverage throughout the course. What
professional live coverage?
Professional live coverage. Thank you. What can the viewers expect from the style of play that we're going to see this weekend?
I think they will see a lot of technical shots. It's pretty wooded, and most of the course is pretty wooded. So I think a lot of maybe like those shaping shots with fairways, maybe power shots with mid ranges. Yeah, beautiful forest of Estonia. Yeah.
Hi. I know that disc golf is extremely popular here in Estonia, and you have so many amazing players. How is the public interest on like spectator level? How do you expect to see a lot of people coming here to watch this event?
We really hope so. I mean, we have long ways to go comparing to Finland and last weekend, but I mean, I think on Saturday we're hoping to see about 500,000 people. We hope so. Last time, 2019, we had about 800 people spectating on the last day. Of course, US players play a big role of spectators coming over here and watching it on site rather than from live. And also this year we have actually the professional live coverage, so I think people will hopefully tune in for the live coverage. Yeah, but I mean overall, yeah, we have people are interested in watching disc golf, and especially like those who randomly get to the event, say, oh, there's like a big disc golf, the guys are throwing frisbees, let's come and go and follow. So that's also a big way of people, you know, seeing and getting to know the sport.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Could you tell us a little bit about the evolution of the course as far as design and everything with the property?
Yeah, the pro course that the competition is taking place on was put down in 2016. A huge role was by Seppo Baju. He was one of the course designers here with Morten, the GoTD, and his team back then. Also, a lot of volunteers in this region at Aikviidu. But yeah, the pro course is pretty much as it is right now. The holes hasn't been changed a lot. The last hole is a bit shorter, and the basket position is a bit to the left than it used to be because of the sonos installed on the last hole. And the first hole that we're playing in the tournament is in the original layout is not actually the whole one, but I mean we're having a bit of an extended layout from the actual original layout.
And the wooded fairways are such lush green meadows. How did that come about?
Just a beautiful landscape of here. I mean the place, the center really takes care of the course. And they, especially this weekend, they're putting full force to it, and so as we. So, I mean, yeah, it's just natural. Just a beautiful landscape,
property,
and yeah,
it's just,
beautiful property. Yeah,
really well manicured.
Yeah, really.
Yes.
Yeah, we're thankful for the resort for their help.
Well, thanks for joining us here today, Tarmo. We're looking forward to the event. Is there anything else that you would like the viewers at home to know before?
Yeah, please come to Korvemaa, everybody. And if you can't come, unfortunately, then please tune in to the live coverage. I want to thank all the sponsors, main ones, Prodigy Disc Europe, Sportland, Korvemaa Hike and Ski Resort, and you guys for doing this. Thank you. Thank you for having me. Thank you.
All right, we're here with Tuomas Hyytiäinen out of Finland. How are we doing today, Tuomas?
We're doing fine. Thanks for asking.
You've done quite the traveling this year. Can you let the viewers at home know where all of you been already this season?
Yeah, so this season I started my season in States in April, early April, and then I was in State for 3 months traveling and playing the competitions there. Then I came back and came straight to Estonia, then Norway, then Finland, and now back to Norway. I'm in Estonia, so quite a bit traveling this year so far.
It looks like you were kind of struggling in the States, and on your trip back to Europe, you've kind of found your stride. You took third at the Estonian event at Laiksoo, and then second at the Tunisia event. Can you talk to us? Was there anything specific that changed that saw this cashing streak?
Yeah, I was definitely struggling a bit earlier this season. I think it was because I had put so much work during the off season, and then going to States, like of course I was thinking about playing good and better than ever before, and it didn't work that well right at the starting of the season. But then when I came back to Europe, I was feeling more like relaxed and easy to go to play, and I don't know, it's something with the players from United States. It's like puts pressure on me. I can feel that, and when they are not here, it feels easier. If that makes sense.
Yeah. No, we're all curious at home. You know, we know that Europe has so many amazing players, but we have seen a trend over the past few years that they can't seem to play to their potential when they travel over there. So it's good to hear from someone such as yourself that maybe it's just because of the pressure that you're putting on yourself when you travel over there.
Yeah, I think it's it's a big trip to go there, and of course you like want to compete against the best, and it adds some pressure for sure.
So this is not your first time at Korvemaa?
No, I think it's my second time. I think I played this event twice before, so
yeah,
like third time now.
And it seems to be on par with courses from your homeland. Just super technical wooded track with a lot of OB. How do you feel like your game is setting up for this weekend's competition?
I mean, I like the course a lot, and we played a couple rounds today, and I was feeling really good about my game, and I like the holes, and I think it's maybe not the best course for myself, but I really like playing here, and it's an awesome course, so I'm ready.
Well, I know that you tend to travel with a crew of superstar disc golfers. Can you talk to us about who you've been traveling with for the past few weeks in Europe, and how that crew kind of helps you become the player that you are today?
Yeah, so now when I came back to Europe, I've been traveling with my friends Joona and Samuel Hänninen for the most, and I think it's really good because we've known each other for like 7 years or something like that, and almost every summer we tour together, so it's like it's easy to go with the same people, and it helps to play well when you have guys that are also playing well. So it's like it's a competition in the like a place where we stay for the week, so nobody wants to be the last on the Airbnb, so it helps.
Yeah, it's a good crew to be competing with to not take last place there. Yeah. So you did qualify for the USDGC at Laiksoo, and then Joona qualified in Sula. So you guys will be making the trip together, as well as Niklas?
Yeah.
All right.
For sure.
You guys are really holding it down for your country.
Could you tell us a little bit about your disc golf journey? Like, where did it begin, and maybe some highlights or something about the experience?
Yeah, so I started playing like 10 years ago. I think this is my 10th year, and I accidentally started playing. I didn't like try to go and play. It's just like I found the disc from the store, and then I bought them and went to try out, and I didn't like it at first, but like next summer after that I started to like it more and more, and it just kept going more, and I don't know, I got hooked for sure.
Okay, so nobody actually introduced you to the game, you just found it through the culture?
Yeah, it's kind of me and my uncle, we both like found the discs quite the same time, I think, and then he was like, do you want to go try out with me? And I was like, yeah, for sure, we can go, and that's how it started.
So Tuomas, you've played several events on the Disc Golf Pro Tour as well as several of these European Pro Tours. How do you feel like they compare, and how do you see the European Pro Tour evolving to kind of match the events that are going on in the States?
Yeah, so actually this is only my second time playing the Euro Pro Tour, but I think they are putting much work into it, and it's starting to feel like almost the same as competing in States. I think it's getting better and bigger, and it's not far away from competitions in States. I would say that from myself.
Hi Tuomas.
Hi.
Hi. Nice to have you here, and I want to thank you for the show that you put up in Tinja a few weeks ago. How about your long-term plan, and what do you have, what are your expectations for the future, for the coming years, for your own career?
So I want to play disc golf as my job and do it as long as I can, and work with the game, doing social media and stuff like that. And I see myself doing it for as long as I can, and that's my plan, to do it professionally and as my job.
Yeah, that's great to hear. It was really nice to see you in Tinja, and also earlier this summer, but it felt like something just clicked in your game and finally started to work. Yeah. How important is that confidence to have in your back coming into this next European Pro Tour stop now?
It helps, definitely. I mean, I played the first European Pro Tour for myself in Tinja, and it went well, so I'm feeling good playing the second one. I don't know, it's just it gives me confidence to play the next event, because I know I played well in the first one I played.
So will you be going to the All-Star event in Spain?
I haven't decided yet, but maybe. Let's see later this year.
Okay. How about Turku?
Actually, I think I will be going back to States during that week, so
Not available then.
Okay. I will skip that one this year.
Okay. All right. Have anything else?
Tuomas, thanks for joining us here today. Good luck at this weekend's competition. Is there anything that you'd like the viewers to know at home?
I want to thank my sponsors, and I want to say that everyone at home watch the live stream and watch the post coverage. It's good for the game, and I think there's gonna be good shots, and hopefully everyone enjoys watching it.
All right, may all your shots on hole 1 land in bounds.
Yeah. Thank you.
All right, and we're here with Keiti, Tätte out of Tartu, Estonia. It's good to see you.
Thank you.
So you've been competing since 2017. And recently, you've made a name for yourself traveling to the United States and playing in professional events. How did you go from playing disc golf in Tartu to being an international star?
Actually, it was a surprise for me. If you would have asked me that 1 year ago, I would be surprised. So it was a big surprise. It just happened. I was at the right time at the right place.
So we'd love to hear more about that. Was it your relationship with the competitions that grew? Did you just feel like you became a good enough player to travel, or was there something else incentivizing you to make that leap?
I think it was my 4th place at the European Championships, and then my 1st place at the Estonian Championships, and after that I got a good agreement with Latitude, so they helped me with that decision.
Yeah, so you were up and down. You started your season up and down in the U.S. and since missing cash at the Dynamic Disc Open, you've cashed at every event that you've played in. Can you share a little bit how you made that leap and what specifically with your game has started to click?
I think at first it was just too early season, because in Estonia we are not used to play big tournaments in February or March, or it's too cold here at that time. So I think at first it was too early, just I wasn't maybe ready. And of course it's easier to cash in Estonia and in Europe, I think.
You think so?
Yeah.
So have you played the Korvemaa course before in previous Estonian Opens?
Yeah, I played it I think 2 or 3 years ago.
What are your thoughts on the course and how do you feel like your play style sets up for it?
I love this course because it's a forest course and I love forest course and I love this course especially, yeah.
Yeah, so you did just have your best finish in a major, taking 14th place at the United States Women's Disc Golf Championship. How does it feel beating players like Ella Hansen and Paige Pierce, one of the greats all time?
Yeah, I would say that I don't feel great if I beat Paige. It's not my goal to beat someone. I was just happy about my play. Yeah.
Yeah, we love that. And Kristen Tatar is currently dealing with an injury. We won't see her at this performance this weekend, but you guys have developed a strong friendship over the years. How do you feel like competing with one of Estonia's best players and traveling international with her has affected your career?
It's very good to travel with her and be with her because she has so much experience and she's helping me a lot, so I'm really grateful for that.
Hi, I'm Victor Tågestad, commentator on Disc Golf Stream. I'm curious what you consider to be your biggest strength in the game of disc golf and how these strengths suits on this course that you're playing this weekend.
I think my best shot is a straight shot with putter and hitting the gaps. So this is the reason why I love playing in the forest. I think I'm a strong player in the forest.
Okay, so you consider that these strengths suits on this course. That's good to hear.
Mm-hmm. Hi, Andrew Gum, also part of the commentary team. How did you find out about disc golf initially?
My friends asked me to go play. It was mid-winter, so it was very cold, it was snowy, but we had like a break from university at that time, so we had a lot of time, and after one time we went to play every day with cold and snow.
Wow, so you fell right in love with it?
Yeah.
That's great. Do you have any expectations or goals for your career? Anything you want to achieve?
I don't think about it so much. I just go one step at a time, and I just want to feel good, tournament after tournament, and be happy about my play.
That's a great attitude. Sounds like it's working really well for you as well.
Thank you.
Anybody else?
Well, thanks for joining us, Keiti, and good luck at the competition this weekend. Is there anyone that you'd like to thank out there watching?
Yeah, my family. My family is my biggest fans, and I know they're watching, so thank you.
Best of luck to you.
Thank you.
All right, and we're here with Jesse Nieminen out of Kuopio, Finland. It's good to see you today, Jesse.
Yeah, thank you. You too.
Jesse, you're the third highest rated player out of Finland. What does that mean to you to be known as one of the best players from a country that is blowing up?
Of course it means a lot, but mostly I value, because I have been pretty long time like highest rated or at the top guys in Finland, so I'm just gonna try to stay at the top and play my own game, so yeah.
And you just took 6th place at the European Open. You were only bested by one other Finn in Niklas Antila, the current highest rated Finn and current European champion. What does that 6th place finish mean to you? And how did it set up with your expectations going into the tournament?
Well, of course it means a lot, because there's always high pressure when you're playing at your home crowd and all that, but I maybe a bit under, like didn't maybe play at my best level, I feel like, because I have played always well at the Beast, so I was kind of disappointed but kind of not, but I was mostly happy because I got the 4 good decent rounds in, like no bad rounds at the, so that's always good. So it was a good like whole thing for me, whole tournament for me, yeah.
You did win a tournament at the Beast this year on the European Tour at Nokia.
Yeah.
And you've competed at 2 European Pro Tours at Järva and the Tuni event where you took top 10. We'd love to hear what your thoughts are on the European Pro Tour and how promising it feels for someone such as yourself to have a career where you don't necessarily have to travel to the States to be seen on live coverage and post-produced rounds.
I think it's the next step, and it has been, for the first year, it has been great. So all events have been run well and all that, so of course it means a lot. I want to go to the States. I will go to the USDTC this year. I got the spot from European Open, so that will be my debut there. So, but yeah, it's great to have a tour in Europe. You can play full time and still make your needs, so yeah.
And we'd love to hear your thoughts on the track that we will be playing this week, Korvemaa. We're going to be playing 3 rounds here. How do you feel like your game sets up with this style of play?
Maybe not the best for me. I think there's a lot of technical holes here, not as much as long holes, which is good for me, but I think the forehand isn't as much used here, I think. So, but I think if I have a good day, I can shoot really hot here, but if I have an off day, I can blunder and play really bad. So yeah, have to see.
Hi, Victor Tågestad, commentator on Disc Golf Stream. I think it's interesting. You are one in the generation of Finnish players who are still very young, still improving a lot every single year, but it still feels like you have been around for so long time, and you have so many even younger players popping up behind you. How does that feel? Is that something that is like stressing you, or is it inspiring?
No, it doesn't stress me, but yeah, I feel old here. Like it was like 8 years ago I was in the lead card in Finnish Pro Tour first time, so, and I have played like 10, 11 years I think. So I'm kinda old to the like Europe and Finnish Tour kinda now, but yeah, it's always great to have new people, and there's so much young talent coming from Finland and all over Europe. So, and you can see it at the European Open. There's so many Finnish players at the top, close to the top. So yeah, it's great. No stressing for me. Yeah.
Yeah, and as I said, you are one of those in that generation that we always mention before a tournament starts. It's you, it's Niklas, it's Lauri Lehtinen and Väinö Mäkelä. Who do you see as your biggest competitors this weekend here?
Well, Niklas always is like the top guy, because I think he is the most steady player. He doesn't play really bad tournaments. When he plays bad, he always finishes like top 10, top 5. So he's always gonna be like the toughest rival. And Lauri, of course, he has so much talent and such a big variety of shots you need here. So I think those 2 guys are gonna be the guys to beat this weekend.
Thank you. I'm sure it's going to be a tight race.
Yeah.
Hi, Andrew Gum, commentary team. How did you discover the game of disc golf?
Actually found it in a track and field event, like I think it was 11 years ago, when I threw javelin and mostly like throwing sports in track and field, but I found that there was a course near our field, and I like, what is that? I thought, and then I found out. I got a couple of discs. I didn't play as much, but then I injured my elbow, so I couldn't throw javelin anymore. So then I started playing disc golf, and here we are, 10 years ago. Yeah.
Wow, that's cool. So nobody introduced you to it. You just saw some baskets and people playing, and
yeah, I just saw some baskets. I think so many young Finnish people found the sport like that. So yeah.
Have you had any problems with your elbow injury after the javelin with disc golf, or?
Yeah, every year kinda, but I don't know if it's from that or it's from disc golf. I think the throwing motion is different, but I haven't thrown like overhand shots after that because it hurt at the first year, so I didn't throw. But I think maybe I need to revisit that shot during the winter or something.
Yeah. Your forehand is just butter smooth. How did you develop that skill and technique?
I think it comes from the throwing sports, the javelin, discus, all that, because it just feels way more natural for me to throw a forehand than a backhand. Like this year, I always had a backhand, but this year has been a massive struggle for me with the backhand. I have, like, there's putting yips, and I think I have the backhand yips. I can't throw a backhand in tournament. Like, I threw 3 backhands the whole European Open. I just couldn't do it. So I'm gonna do it here too. I don't know. I try to throw the backhand, but it's hard. So yeah, I have to get rid of the yips or something. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, hey, congrats on all your success this year, on your finish at the European Open and qualifying for the USDGC. We wish you the best at this weekend's Estonian Open. Anything that you'd like the fans at home to hear?
Nothing much. Watch the stream, watch the post-produced coverage, and yeah, keep throwing. Hope you guys are here next.
Best of luck to you, man. Thanks
Yeah.
for joining us.
Thanks.
All right, here's Tinja Väisänen from Roma, Finland. It's good to see you today, Tinja. Good to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
So you've played just two A-tiers this year in Finland. You took third place at your last A-tier in Prajudis Pro Tour Oulu.
Yes.
What is it that motivated you to travel to Estonia to play this event?
Well, I wanted to come to play at least one Europro Tour competition. And this is pretty close to Finland, so it was pretty easy to travel here. And this was great timing for the season, so I wanted to come here.
So what is it about the European Pro Tour that you wanted to make sure that you at least played one of them?
It's a bit bigger than Finnish Pro Tour, so that is the main reason. And I wanted to travel maybe somewhere else than in Finland play.
Yeah, it's cool. It's pretty special for me, just as a fan of the game, to see this new tour rising up and giving people such as yourself an opportunity to do just that, to have an excuse to travel and to also potentially, make a career out of the sport.
Yes.
Yeah. So, what kind of expectations do you have heading into this event?
Well, it's been a little bit over a month since my last competition, so I'm just trying to focus to my every shot and play my own game and just have fun.
Well, can you share a little bit about your game? Like what kind of skills should we expect from you? Are you a backhand dominant player?
Yes, I'm definitely a backhand player. I mostly use backhand, and I'm trying to make all of my putts. That's my what is it? Vahvuus? Strength, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
Well, are there any players that you've kind of modeled your form after over the years? And
not really. I've been playing since 2014, and it's just been what it is.
Cool. How do you feel like this course is setting up for you? It's pretty technical.
Yes.
It seems to be on par with courses in Finland in the technicality and with all the OB. Are there any holes specifically that you think about when you think about Korvemaa?
Not really. I just like this course a lot, and it's pretty technical, yes, but I think it's pretty good for me. I don't need that long throws. I just need to hit those gaps.
Who do you consider your biggest rival? And is there someone in the field you're a little bit extra scared of playing against?
Well, I'm not thinking that much. I'm just trying to focus on my own game, but I know Hyytiäinen. She's pretty good, and Keiti Tätte here. They are, I think, pretty good.
You're also one of the players from Finland who have been around for a while.
Yes.
How do you feel about the up-and-coming generation of players who are improving fast? And
I think it's pretty great to see those youngsters playing. And 2 years ago in Finnish Pro Tour we had only 5 competitors in FPO, and now there's almost 20. It's great to see new faces.
Thank you. It would be great to follow you this weekend.
Thank you.
Hi, Andrew Gum, commentary team.
Hi.
How did you find out about disc golf?
I heard it from my dad. He started to play 2006 maybe, and I was 8 years old then, so that didn't scare me that much, but yeah, from him.
So you were slowly introduced to it from your father. Yeah.
Yes.
And do you have any career goals or plans or expectations?
Of course I want to make this my career, but I need sponsors first. And I want to get back to podium in Finnish Nationals someday. It's been a few years from my last podium finish there, but yeah, those.
Okay. What discs do you like the most to throw? What kind of discs are your favorites?
I have a mixed bag. My favorite mid-ranges are rocks and rock trees, and then maybe it's Champion Shrike is my go-to distance driver.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for being here with us today. So hole one here at Korvemaa is a pretty popular one. Hazard all around the pin. There's likely nerves. What are you throwing on hole one?
Champion FD. I think I can just focus on getting pretty straight, and I don't have to worry about getting all of my power in it.
Cool. Well, we hope that FD finds itself inside the circle.
Yes.
And it was nice to meet you, and best of luck with the competition.
Thank you.
Anything that you'd like the viewers at home to hear from you?
Well, terveisiä kaikille Suomeen. It was.
Cool. Thank you, Tinja.
Thank you.
All right, and we are here with Mathias Villota out of Pärnu, Estonia. Mathias, you've been making a name for yourself as one of the better players in Estonia. You're currently the second highest rated player from Estonia, only behind the international star in Albert Tam. How did this come to be in such a short period of time?
I don't know actually. I think it's probably hard work and dedication and the love for the sport I have. I like this game so much and I want to keep on growing and getting higher positions everywhere.
Yeah, so what does that definition of hard work mean to you? Can you walk us through what a training session mid-season looks like for you?
Wake up, play 2 rounds probably and do some putting. That's basically it.
What about the winter? I'm so curious, coming from a place where we don't really experience winter too much. How do you maintain or improve your game when it's difficult to go out and play around in the snow?
It's actually funny. I don't play in the winter. I don't like it. It's so cold outside and there's too much snow, and I don't play it. I don't like it. So it would be nice to live somewhere where it would be better weather.
So you don't play in the snow. I don't blame you for that whatsoever. That I wouldn't either. Are you able to visit the putting stroke at all, or are you able to practice putting, or you just don't pick up the disc?
Not really.
Okay.
Yeah, I just rest.
So going into the first events of the season, how are you able to kind of find the confidence when you haven't played for many months?
I think it just comes. If you play more, the confidence will come at some point. You find your game and you're confident.
So what kind of background in sports did you have before finding disc golf in 2018?
I actually have played soccer for 10 years. I still play it, but not that much. I actually play in the highest league in Estonia.
You used to play in the highest league in Estonia?
I was like on the bench, but yeah.
Okay.
I was playing.
So how do you feel like that experience translates to your success as a professional disc golfer?
I think it helps a lot if you have a professional sport background. You know how to move your body and to do some moves and use your hips and legs. I think that helps a lot to get the distance you need or the technique.
Are there any other players in Estonia that kind of helped you get to the player rating that you're at now? I know that you're from the same city as Kristen. Was her early success at all did it at all influence your rise?
I think it influenced me, yeah, because I saw that someone actually from my city is playing on the highest level in the world, basically, and that really motivated me to do lots of more work.
So what kind of goals do you have for your career? Do you hope to one day travel and compete at all the big tournaments in the world?
I would love that. I hope that one day it will be like that. That I will be traveling in the US and playing with all the high-level players, and the full tour would be really nice.
Well, it's certainly possible at the rate that you're headed, and this is one of the steps. The European Pro Tour is definitely establishing itself as one of the premier tours in Europe, and this is your first European Pro Tour. What do you think about the course here at the Estonian Open?
I like the course, but unluckily I haven't played here much, and I always play bad here. So I'm hoping to fix that problem, hoping to get a good finish and maybe be happy with my game finally on this course.
Hi, Victor Tågestad from the commentary team. I saw you out here on the course today, and I don't think you have anything to worry about. It looked great. A big thing this year on the disc golf tour, both in US and here in Europe, has been injuries on many of the high level players. Have you ever experienced any injuries, and how do you work to not get them?
I haven't had major injuries, but actually my hand is it's hurting a bit, but it's no problem. if I play football, so I go to the gym a lot to do like this. How do you say, like this body? You do with body weights, and you like grow your body and muscles, so it prevents the injuries you get.
Yeah. Is there something that you have been thinking more of this year when some like high-profile player, like for example Eagle McMahon, he has been not able to throw his forehand, and is that something you worry about or think of?
No, I don't like to think about negative things, so
No.
only positive.
Good to hear. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hi, Andrew Gum, commentary team. Could you tell us a little bit about your disc golf journey, like how it began?
It began in like 2017 July. I went to play. My older brother, who lives in Australia right now, he played by that time. And one day I had nothing to do, and I took 2 discs of him, and I went to play around. And immediately I got hooked, and I really enjoyed it. And from that day, I just loved this game so much.
Very cool. Do you remember what discs they were?
I think it was Prodigy D1 and Prodigy PA2.
Okay, so you had a driver and a putter, and you went out there and chucked it, and now you're here.
Now I'm here, yeah.
What a cool journey. You don't play in the winter, but do you do a lot of training, or like how do you keep the form? Do you do anything disc golf related, like biomechanics, exercise?
I play football in the winter, basically. So and go to the gym a lot, and I think it's better to do nothing.
Yeah, you're just resting that time and,
Yeah.
and taking a break, and then that sounds good.
Mathias, thanks for joining us here today. We want to know out there what hole is sticks in your mind when you say that you play this course bad. Is there a specific hole that has been giving you trouble in previous rounds?
Maybe hole 13. It's like, or 12. I think 13. It's like this slight turnover, but I can never birdie it. Every time I take a par on this hole, but it's not even that hard.
Well, thanks for being with us here today. Is there anything that you would like the viewers at home to hear from you?
In my language or?
In your language, in whatever language you prefer.
Tere siis eestlased, et homme on algamas Estonian Open ja loodan, et kõik tulete kaasa elama ja proovime välismaalastele vastu saada ja olge tublid.
Best of luck to you this weekend, man.
Thank you.
All right, and we're here with Laurenz from Austria. Laurenz, I've been seeing you at several events across Europe this year. Can you talk to us about what has motivated you to travel and compete this season?
What has motivated me? That's a good question. I mean, I love disc golf, obviously. I love the company I am spending the time with, the people I spend my time with. And what I enjoyed so far about this whole travel, I met so many old friends and getting to know them much better. Traveling with them without a car, I never really know how I get to the next tournament or where I stay, but it always works. It's awesome. I love it.
I'm actually right there with you. I've just been floating along, and that's my personal part of playing disc golf in Europe is the company that you get to spend time with, and just the spontaneous adventures that you have.
It's awesome.
So you played at European Pro Tour in Copenhagen. You took 16th place, and you also cashed at the European Pro Tour at the Hjalte Open in Sweden.
Yeah.
Can you talk to us about your experience on the European Pro Tour and how it compares with other events that you've been playing?
I think it's the best tour we ever had in Europe. I know it actually, because better payouts, much more professional. And that's it actually.
Well, that's great. I mean, it's great to hear from someone that lives in Europe and has been competing here since 2016 that you feel like this is the best tour. I think it is also the best one that I've been a part of, and very promising for players such as yourself. I'd love to hear what your career goals are for disc golf. Is it something that you want to commit your life to?
I'd love to. Actually, it was my life goal. Maybe then I kind of got away because I had big putting struggles, and it's kind of heartbreaking every round. It's really annoying, and I still have it sometimes, which keeps me from really having a breakthrough. I think I could be for example, Copenhagen, Järva. If I made my putts, I could have been top 5. It's just a mental thing, and I have to fight through that. I feel like if I can do that, there is maybe a chance to live from disc golf, at least a little bit. But I just want to try it for 1 year. I don't think the tour life, really the whole year, I don't think it is for me. I'd like to have some routines, and you don't have it here. It's good for a little while, but not for the whole year, I think.
Yeah. So I think that your struggles are something that all of us who have played the game can relate to. When you step up to that putt and you're just feeling those nerves, and you attempt a putt that you've never seen in your life, and
it's crazy, man.
It's crazy what happens during the pressure of competition. But can you share with us and the viewers at home what you're doing to kind of mitigate that pressure and have better putting performances?
I mean, when I putt good.
When you putt good, what's
able
been the
to
difference?
relax. To not have those yips, those putting yips. That's what it is, I think. I just focus on breathing. I try to get good breathing and relax. That's when I putt good. But I think that's the way. I just have to get more experience, play more tournaments, and finally get some confidence. Because when I'm there at the putt, honestly, I can imagine them going in. It's just. But sometimes it works, and that's good. That's big motivation then.
Yeah.
European Open was good, actually. Second and third round, I made some good putts.
Yeah, how was your experience at the European Open? One of the largest disc golf events that has ever occurred.
It's amazing, man. So many young children. And I even signed a few discs. It's pretty nice. That was funny. And overall, the course is amazing. So many people watching. It's just a sport there. It's not like in Austria. In Austria we have a few courses, not many players. And you go into the supermarket and buy discs. It's so nice.
Pretty special place.
Yeah, yeah.
So when you travel to another country such as Estonia for a competition, what does your preparation for an event look like? How many rounds are you hoping to play?
Well, that's very different. Actually, I don't really care. I just go play. I think this course I have 3.5 practice rounds, but it was we had 3 rounds playing skins. That's fun. Like €1 per hole and see what happens. I think that's good preparation because like it's a little mental also when it comes to 6-7 skins.
Yeah, it puts the pressure on.
Yeah,
it's hard to recreate pressure in a practice round.
Yeah.
And I think that for a lot of people, it's that exact topic. It's like translating the putting stroke from practice into an actual competition round where people are watching and people are keeping up with your score and every putt counts.
Yeah.
Well, so how are you liking the course and how does your game set up for Korvemaa?
I think it sets up good. I feel comfortable on the drives, and the course here is amazing. It's different from the courses we played before. It's easier than European Open or Sula. Sula was tough, but more technical and definitely more scoreable, I would say.
Well, thanks for joining us here at this interview.
It was a pleasure.
Yeah, man. Is there anything else that you would like people back home in Austria to hear from you?
Yeah, I want to thank everybody who follows my rounds, who writes me after I play good, or maybe even after I play bad. And yeah, I want to thank all the people here, making it such a good time for me and having so much fun. It was the best 3 weeks of my life, I would say. It was super nice.
And one final question to close it out. What are you throwing on the difficult hole 1 island hole?
Probably going R-Pro Rhino. Pretty beaten. That's
old school.
That's my disc of choice there, I think.
Good to see you this week, Laurenz, and best of luck to you, man.
Thanks, Nate. So And we are here with Jakub Semerad out of the Czech Republic.
Jakub, it's great to see you again, man.
Nice to see you.
You've been really making a name for yourself this season. You've cashed at every event that you've played in. You won a Euro Tour A-tier event. You took second at the Sula Open in a now famous playoff with Greg Barsby, and you just took 16th at the European Open event last year. Can you talk to us about how this season is matching up with your goals, and what is it about your game that has allowed you to shine?
Yeah, actually I'm really surprised that I'm playing that good. I was just expecting to play the tournament and enjoy the game, and I'm like everything is going well for me. I don't know what is it, but maybe I'm like consistent more, and I'm putting a little bit better than in the past. But yeah.
Yeah, your putt is really what sticks out to me and several other fans of the game. Not too many people putt as fast as you do. Can you talk to us about the development of that putt? Where did it start?
It started because I have a trouble to putting in the wind, so I started to putt it really hard, and I am doing it right now. So yeah.
And do you ever feel, some people say that you live and die by the spin putt. Yeah. If the spin putt is online, it's working, it's great.
Yeah, I agree.
But as soon as it gets offline, you start having those comeback.
Yeah, exactly.
Comeback
It happened a couple times on last week on the European Open. Yeah. I had a lot of comebackers, but I was lucky to make pretty much all of them. So yeah.
Yeah, and we did see that you played on one of the feature cards. Yeah. Is that correct? You played with Eagle McMahon and Paul Macbeth.
Yeah, exactly.
And so can you talk to us about what that experience was like for yourself, for your own competition, but also what was that experience like for you to witness the McBattle start on a card that you were on?
Yeah, exactly. I'm just like couple of months ago I was just like watching them on Disc Golf Network, and now I was able to play with them. It was really awesome. They are really nice, and they are really great players, so it was nice, and the battle between them was something ridiculous. They are so great.
Was a pretty special battle, yeah. and really special that you were chosen to compete during that first round. I think well deserved from your performance at Sula. And I'd also like to talk a little bit about the battle that you had with Greg out there. What kind of memories have you taken from that playoff in Norway?
Yeah, it was really fun. Greg is a really nice guy. I enjoyed it with him so much. I was playing pretty much my best game of all time, so I'm happy that I made my name in the Europe and even maybe in the US. So yeah, it was fun, and I actually beat him last week in European Open, so I'm happy.
And did you make sure to let him know?
Yeah.
And to answer your question, you are making yourself known in the United States as well. And so I want to hear from you how it kind of affects your confidence. We've heard from players in the past that a couple good events and it just kind of snowballs. Do you feel like you're heading into this European Pro Tour with more confidence than you started the season?
Yeah, exactly. Right now I'm feeling really good especially on my driving. Not too much on especially in Circle 1X. I'm still struggling a little bit sometimes. But like you said, it's like a snowball, so I'm really looking forward especially to play in US, because I think I have a good chance to take some good places on the events.
So you said you've been driving pretty well, and Korvemaa is a super technical course, a lot of woods and a lot of OB. I want to hear specifically, what tools you're using out here at this course. What shapes are you really confident in, and with what discs?
Yeah, I'm throwing, I think, a lot of like getaway, which is like a 9-speed straight fairway driver, like hyzer flips. I'm not using too much like drivers on this course because it's not that long, and I'm throwing a lot my harp and I am not using forehand too much on this course because the shapes are a little bit better for backhands. Yeah, but I so far love the course. It's amazing.
One thing that I have heard more than once when your name has been mentioned has been, oh yeah, that's that guy with the fox. Can you explain what was the deal with that fox that you had in the European Championships?
We were just like thinking what I should do in the like player info before the round. So they pretty much not forced me, but they say to me that I should do the thing with the fox before the tournament, before the last round on European Championship. So I did it, and it was like a meme on the internet. So it's funny.
Yeah, it seemed like it really worked. It got stuck to people.
Yeah.
Another thing I just thought about is there at any point in your career that you remember when you realized that, yeah, I can actually make this my profession, I can be a professional disc golfer? Like when, or has that happened, or if so, when?
I think it happened like 2 weeks ago in Sula, maybe. Yeah, because before it I was just like, I was good, but I wasn't like known in the world. So yeah, now it's really good.
And where do you see that your career will end up in a few years?
Yeah, I would love to play a disc golf pro tour in the US. That would be awesome. And also this tour, what I have heard, is really good one, and I'm looking forward to play my first tournament of this tour.
Okay, yeah, Andrew Gum from the commentary team. That was going to be my question, was what are your thoughts about the European Pro Tour, but you answered it already. Are you planning on playing any other European Pro Tour events, or will you be in the States then?
Maybe I will play the finals if I will qualify.
For the All-Star event in Spain?
Yeah.
Okay, cool,
that
would be great.
Awesome. And because I'll be in US in August, and I'll play some Czech tournaments in September, so I will not be able to play more events this year.
Okay, well, good luck, and I hope we see you there in Spain.
Yeah, thank you.
Jakub, it's been a pleasure to meet you and see your game this season, and we wish you the best at this weekend's European Pro Tour. Your first European Pro Tour,
yeah, it
correct?
It
cool.
Is.
Well, we wish you the best, man, and is there anything that you'd like to tell the viewers at home?
Yeah, can I say it in Czech?
Of course.
Yeah. So, já bych chtěl poděkovat všem, kteří mě sledujete, kteří mě podporujete. Je to neuvěřitelné, všechny ty zprávy na Instagramu a na Facebooku. Moc vám za to děkuju a snad se potkám s váma někde v Česku na hřišti, takže díky moc. Yeah, thank you.
Best of luck, Jakub.
Thank you.
And we're here with Hjalte Jensen out of Esbjerg, Denmark. It's good to see you, Hjalte.
Yeah, good to see you too.
We had the chance to meet earlier this year at the Memorial Championship in the United States. What was that experience like traveling to the US for disc golf?
It was great. I went over there to kind of get a little bit of a feeling of how it was, just playing the two first events. And it was quite different from over here. So it was a good experience for sure. Great time.
Yeah, so you've only been playing since 2020.
Yep.
How is it that you found the game in Denmark, and what has inspired you to commit so much of your life to becoming a professional?
I found it through YouTube, actually.
Can you explain further? YouTube just sent you a video.
Yeah, it was on my recommended page.
Okay.
I think 2019 Worlds or something.
Jomes.
I watched that and I was like, oh, I think there's maybe a course like close by to where I live. So I went out with some friends and tried it. And, you know, we just fell in love with it, played every day. And then some local guy said, hey, you should come and join our tournament. And then we did that and finished pretty good. And then I think the fire kind of started from there. I was like, okay, I'm going to win this next year.
Did you win?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Well, so, you know, KJ Nybo is obviously one of the best disc golfers from Denmark. Definitely the most successful disc golfer out of your country.
For sure.
And he told me that you are the future of disc golf in Denmark. So how did it happen in 3 short years that you became one of the best disc golfers in your country?
I think, well, yes, there is probably some talent in there, but I also practiced from that day that we did the tournament until now, basically every day, almost. There's not a day when I don't have a disc in my hand. I'm either putting, driving, or doing something. So a lot of practice, and I did a lot of good indoor practice in the off seasons. I think that helped a lot. So yes, from practice.
And you've definitely impressed a lot of people with your speed off of the tee. Can you explain to the viewers when did it really click for you how to really get the disc up to speed? Did you model your form after a specific player? Did you watch YouTube videos?
The player I gravitated towards the most from the start was Eagle. He obviously has a lot of speed. I watched a lot of his videos, tried to emulate some of that form. And then I did it like at a field. I put like a soccer goal or something, like a mark out there for 500 feet, and said to myself, I'm not going home till I hit that mark. So I got a lot of speed out of that, and then after that I tried to like get all the form into it afterwards.
If there was one kind of tip that you could share with me personally, but also with you know, viewers at home, how to get to throw further?
It's everything coming together. It's the timing of the feet to the legs to the rotation of your upper body, and yeah, getting a good long reach back definitely helps.
So you've played quite a few events this season. You've had kind of an up and down year, at least from the outside looking in. But we'd love to hear how your season has matched up to your expectations.
This is the first year I'm out traveling, really. So I said to myself, I won't have any expectations. I think I've done that quite good, not having any expectation coming into an event. Yes, it has been really up and down, but I'm just really happy to be out here and learning from the first year. And that was the goal of this year, just to learn to be out here, feel how it is. and then hopefully for the next years I can be more consistent and be in there and play for the win as well.
Yeah. So what are your goals moving forward? Or do you plan to dedicate more of your time to disc golf in future seasons?
Yeah, for sure. I'm gonna try to do it full time next year, hopefully. Of course, it depends on if it can be funded by sponsors and myself. But I would like to do it the full year next year, just only focus on disc golf, training, and actually getting the good training in the gym as well. I think I still need some training there if I want to get better. So the future goal is to do this as my life in some way or the other.
And so what does that mean for a player from Denmark to commit to the game full time? Will you be playing the entire European Pro Tour next year?
Yeah, that's it. I haven't figured out totally what I'm gonna do yet. I have some friends out here who's also gonna commit to disc golf next year, and we're kind of trying to figure out how much time do we want to spend in the US, and how much time do we want to spend here. But I think it's gonna be like half the year in the US maybe, and then half the year in Europe. Hopefully playing as much of the biggest events as possible, for sure.
And you're one of the few players that have actually played both a Disc Golf Pro Tour event and an EPT event. How do you think they compare?
Well, the Pro Tour has some years of head start, of course, so they're obviously more used to having these big events. So it's almost perfect if you go to a Pro Tour. Everything is taken care of, and there's obviously more money going into that. But I think these guys are doing a really good job for the first year of having a European Pro Tour. We have the live coverage, and we have press conferences and all that you want to have. I think it feels like a professional event every time we go out. Yeah.
Cool. We've got one last question from you. We're curious what you're going to throw on the very nervy hole one here with hazard all around the circle.
I tried some different shots. I want to be throwing my tactic, but I want to be throwing my tilt even more.
And Hjalte Jensen, thank you for joining us for this interview. Best of luck this weekend, man.
Thank you so much.
All right, and we're here with Morten Brenna from Kristiansand, Norway. It's good to see you today, Morten.
Hey, you too.
So what is the disc golf scene like in the town that you're from, and how did you find it, and how did you become a professional?
I don't know, like I was just out play. A friend of mine asked if I wanted to join and try it, and I said yes, of course, let's try it. And after that, we played every day since that time. So yeah, and like the community there of disc golf had just grown every single day, and getting bigger and bigger. Yeah.
So what really inspired you to commit to playing like professional events? I know for a lot of people it's just a hobby that they do play with their friends, but what kind of pushed you to start signing up for pro tournaments?
It was the buddy that asked me to try. He was like both of us want to, like, we played just for fun at first, and got better and better, and start playing some competitions. And he got it very good, and I was like, come on, I want to be as good as him. And we started pushing each other, train a lot, and we thought, hey, let's do more. And we did. And at one point I was like, no, it's not enough for me. I want even more. I want to go out in the world and try. So I started training more and more, and yeah, and now I'm here.
Yeah, so I'm curious, what does training look like for you? I mean, I know it's somewhat cold in your homeland. Are you training throughout the winter indoors?
No, I train if it's a football field there, I try. If it's too much snow, I maybe go inside. But southern Norway is not very much snow. It's like we have a week or two in the year, maybe a little bit more with snow. Then it's almost not snow there, but it's cold. So it's we can go outside and practice on the football field, because the field gets so hard because of it's so cold. So the players, football players, want to train. So then we can do it. So yeah, so it's a little bit inside, a little bit outside, and we are a group of players that go inside like 2 to 3 times a week and put inside though. So it's a little bit inside, a little bit outside.
Cool. Are you a player that likes to consume disc golf content? Have you modeled your game after watching players from other parts of the world?
Yeah, like my playing style at first is based on Simon and Eagle, and after a little while I like made my own of those techniques. So, and I started pushing myself and get better on straight lines, and then I watch Paul play very much straight lines, and I like to play straight, so I was trying to like take those 3 guys to make some of my own, and I think I've got a pretty good technique and a game out of that, so yeah.
Yeah, so your first event of the year was actually a European Pro Tour event in Copenhagen. You've played several of the European tours, and you just played the European Open and cashed in the major. Congrats on cashing at the major. How do you feel like the European Pro Tour sets up with some of the other tours that you've played across Europe?
I think it's very good and professional. Getting more. This is my first time outside Norway, traveling and touring, so I don't really didn't know what to expect. So I've just had a great time here, and it's been I think it's been a very good out touring here on the different tours. So yeah.
Hi Morten, Victor Tågestad, commentator on Disc Golf Stream. Yeah, you mentioned you started off on the European Pro Tour in Copenhagen. Then we have seen quite a lot of Norwegian success, especially in Järva, in the stop there. I think we had 3 Norwegians in the top 5 or something.
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah, if I remember right, you were not there.
I wasn't there because to be honest, I forgot about the tournament, so I didn't realize it was going to happen. So when I got days off from work early this year, I had actually forgot the tournament, so I couldn't get days off to go there. That's the reason I wasn't there.
And how did it then feel to watch your fellow countrymen succeed that well, and you weren't there yourself?
It was a little bit hard that I wasn't there, but I'm very happy for everyone, like for Kvesat and Øyvind and Knut. They did very well and put Norway on the map. So I'm very happy for them, but I really wish I was there.
How do you feel that those players that you mentioned, at least 2 of them are here also this weekend? How do you think that you and your fellow Norwegian players are gonna perform this weekend?
For myself, I hope I will do very good, and I like the course, so yeah. But for Knut and Øyvind, especially for Knut, I think the course fits him pretty well as well. So maybe he will do good, but we have to wait to see. Hopefully I can beat him.
Yeah. And in what way do you think that the course suits you? Like what do you consider being your strengths? And
like a little bit of I can use the mid-range and fair drivers. I love to throw fair drivers very hard. Some longer holes is where people go distance. I go fair driver, just punch it a little bit extra hard. So yeah, and it's a nice course, so it fits me.
Hi, Andrew Gum, commentary team. Are you playing any more APT events this year?
I'm not sure yet. Like my season is almost done. I have Belgian Open is the next outside Norway, and I have RPM Open. And after that, I don't know yet, but maybe it will be more, maybe not. So yeah. I just have to wait to see.
If you qualify for the All-Star event in November, would you go to Spain?
Probably, yeah.
Sounds good. Good luck, and I hope we see you there.
Thank you.
Morten, thanks for joining us today. Good luck this weekend. Is there anything that you'd like the viewers at home to hear from you?
I don't know. Hey home. Thanks for the support, and yeah, I'm having a good time. I hope you have. So yeah.
Best of luck at the Estonian Open.
Thank you.